This video has been a long time coming because my new car is currently sat the other side of this camera and I cannot wait to show you. Since the Civic was finished, I have been searching for this exact car for months. It's something that often gets destroyed. There's not very many clean examples of, but I have managed to find the perfect one. So I even got you guys to guess what you thought I'd bought. There was lots of interesting answers and I'm sure I would love to own some of these one day. Most people tend to know me as a bit of a Honda girl. I've got the EP3 right there, and then I've also got a 1991 Honda Prelude. But I have decided to step away from Hondas for this project, and the car that was guessed the most was this. So this is my 1998 BMW 328i factory manual. Gonna do a little walk around of the car, show you all the good bits, all the not so good bits, but it is a really clean example and I am so stoked that I've got it. So yeah, this is a late 328i factory manual, so a lot of these are manual swapped. Finding a relatively low mileage factory manual one is very difficult, and I managed to find one about 15 minutes down the road from me. So tell me that's not fate. Now, this car is way too clean to be turned into a drift car. So I'm gonna give you a little walk around, show you all the bits that need fixing, all the bits I need to sort, and then give you a bit of an idea of what I'm gonna do with it. So for starters, you can see here, something has hurt that bonnet. Scraped all down here, obviously needs a new badge on the front here. Headlights, they do keep misting up, so that's gonna need to be sorted too. So these tyres have been on here a very long time, so they do need replacing. But of course, I am gonna change the wheels, so that's another story. I suspect there's been filler over here at some point because there's a very flat spot here, and you can kind of see, it's not great on the camera, but there is a flat spot. So coming around to the back as well, there is a little bit of flaking in the paint under the tail lights here. There's a little ding on this door here, but they're all minor things that can be fixed quite easily. I'm not entirely keen on the colour, if I'm being completely honest. It makes me think it looks a bit like a granddad car. So further down the line, we might have a colour change. So let me know what colour you would put on a 328. I want to go for something German, time appropriate, but different, in typical Grace fashion. So let me know in the comments what colour you would do this car, but I'm sure that's going to be something that gets done at some point. Now, when I went to look at this car, I was under the belief that it was on 96,000 miles, which is very low for one of these anyway. I couldn't sort of find one for sub 140 that was a factory manual anyway, but they'd all been messed with. This is literally untouched. But the best surprise I had was finding out it wasn't on 96k, it was actually on 91. So I'm absolutely winning with that. This car is entirely original. Literally, it has been untouched, which is exactly what I wanted. I just wanted something that hadn't been messed with, hadn't been cut up, hadn't been manual swapped. I wanted a fresh blank canvas for me to start on myself. And I don't think I could have found one blanker than this. So essentially it started off life as a BMW demo car, so it's really nicely specced inside, and then it went to live with a lady who garaged it all of its life. So as you can imagine, the underside's pretty clean. Then this local guy who just collects cool retro stuff, he bought it, but it's just sat and it hasn't really done anything. So he saw my post on Facebook and sent me a message, and then 2 days later it is sat in the unit. So I'm going to show you some of the really special things about having a low mileage, well looked after example of one of these, because there's some stuff that me, bit of a BMW nerd, finds quite exciting. So starting off, we've got this option here, which was the onboard computer from factory. It's got like lap timers, everything like that on there. I believe this is all original too. It's got what I believe to be the original windscreen in as well. Tax disc there, it's a little bit of retro vibes. As you look in the back, this car obviously being ex-demo, when the lady picked it up, she folded this middle seat belt and it has never ever been unfolded. So best believe I'm not touching that. So coming round to the boot, something really special. We've got the original fire extinguisher and the original first aid kit, which literally is still in its plastic. How cool is that? Even got the original toolkit here. It's so special. Right, aside from how clean the glove box is, look at this. The original BMW torch. I can even show you under these mats here how clean the interior is. And this has sat in a barn for the last couple of years and then it's been garaged all its life. So let's have a little look under the bonnet. So this car is obviously a later model. It has got the M52 B28 in it. It's a 2.8 litre 6-cylinder, and that all goes to the rear wheels. I think it's time we start her up and you can hear her. So yeah, that is how she sounds. Nothing special, but I think I might go for a custom exhaust at some point. Speaking of which, plans for the build. I was originally going to find one of these, go a little bit crazy Japanese style on it, but this is just too clean to do that too. I want to leave that original interior in there, but make it really, really nice. Pay homage to retro BMWs. Now, needless to say, I will not be keeping it standard. So we might do some bits around here at some point, but we're going to leave that for another video. As I mentioned, probably a colour change, and I want to go down the route of making her look a little bit more like an M3. I'm very, very excited to get started on this car, and hopefully I'm going to do as much of it myself as possible. So if you're into your retro BMWs, or you just want to follow along on the build, make sure you hit subscribe. Follow me on Instagram because a lot will be on there too. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I cannot wait to get started.